All right, everyone, let's read this story, Not Quite Narwhal. Are you ready? Doesn't that look pretty? Kelp was born deep in the ocean. Do you see Kelp right there? All bundled up. He knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. He had different tastes in food, and he wasn't a very good swimmer. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided he wouldn't mind either. That is, until he was swept away by a strong current. "I wish I were a better swimmer," he said. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he'd ever been before. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like Kelp. Kelp swam toward the land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a bit anxious. He had never left the ocean before. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but that land creature right there made it look so easy. Do you think he's going to try and walk like the crab? Let's find out. It wasn't easy. Look, he's trying to walk like the crab. Now he's trying to hop like a frog. "Ow!" he says. Eventually, he got the hang of it. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind of scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, land narwhals! Are those land narwhals? No. Actually, we're unicorns, and by the looks of it, so are you. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. "We call them horns," she says. Wow! They introduced him to unicorn delicacies, snow cones, and they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun, he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and he returned to the ocean. "Come back soon," they said. Kelp swam toward home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. "Kelp," they said, "welcome home." When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. "It turns out I'm not a narwhal. I'm a unicorn." "Of course you are. We all knew that." And they all took it quite well. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide. But then he realized maybe, just maybe, he didn't have to choose. He can do both, right, friends? The end. Look, the rhinoceros is saying, "I'm a unicorn." Says Kelp. The end. That was kind of a silly story. I hope you guys had fun.